Hi, I'm Joe Zamataro from PWC Muscle, and in this video we're going to be installing a free flow exhaust and water box on a GP1800. Alright, first up, remove all the bolts holding on the seat bracket. Now we're going to start to remove the sound suppression system. First being this piece, you can see the hose clamp that's right back here. Then remove this hose clamp and the corresponding one that's attached to the water box. Next up, we'll be removing this hose clamp back here that is securing the baffle, and make sure to retain these hose clamps because a couple of them we will be using again for the install. Okay, what that leaves us with is this last pipe, which we have to now go to the pump side in order to remove. So from the back here, we're going to disconnect the cable going for the bucket, pull it down so we have some more clearance, and you can see these bolts that are back here, these ones back here, disconnect all of those so we can remove that final pipe. With those nuts off, we should be able to remove our exhaust pipe. Okay, with our pipe out, we're going to need to trim it in order to fit the free flow exhaust system. And there's a pretty good tip in the Riva instructions that are included of using a hose clamp to mark the trimming point. It needs to be trimmed right around this spot here. So we'll put the hose clamp on, trim our pipe, and then we'll be ready for to put it back in the hull. So once the pipe in the back is bolted back in, you can put in the Riva exhaust. Just doing a quick test fit right here, and you can see that it fits in real nicely. We're going to continue on to the water box, but this would be the next step if you're only doing the free flow exhaust. Now moving on to the water box, we're going to loosen this hose clamp, and then we'll be taking off this strap. To get clearance to get this water box out, what we're going to have to do is disconnect the exhaust manifold. Removing the exhaust manifold bolts, we'll get these brackets out of our way just to make a little bit more room for us. And then there's a bolt down here. We just need to slide the exhaust manifold forward by a couple of inches. If anyone has any tips or tricks for getting it out without removing the exhaust manifold, please definitely post in our comment section. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts on the top. Then you have these 3 here, and then kind of hard to see, but there's another one right down here on either side. So for 2 more, what was that, 6, 3, so a total of 11 bolts to get the exhaust manifold disconnected from the head. Now we're going to remove this bolt down here. That's on a bracket to hold everything together, and then we'll be able to move the exhaust manifold back. And that should be all the clearance that we need. Alright, just to compare the two water boxes side by side. First of all, the stock one's much larger, certainly much heavier. But the stock one also has these baffles inside that you can see, where on the Riva water box, it's really just a pipe coming in. So we're just going to perform all the same steps, but in reverse. So the Riva water box will go in. And then we'll install the manifold, then strap the water box and clamp it into place. Okay, remember that the longer bolts will go in the 3 middle spots. After the exhaust manifold is bolted back into place, just secure this bolt here onto the bracket, and then we can move on to hooking the water box up. So I just slid the water box back so it's fully on the coupler. From here you can tighten the hose clamps and put the strap on. However, I'm going to wait to do that until we have the exhaust actually reinstalled. Gives us just a little bit more play to make things go together slightly more easily. But you can consider the installation of the water box at this point pretty much complete as soon as you tighten those hose clamps. For performance upgrades on your ski, go to pwcmuscle.com, where we carry all of the products found in our videos and offer a price match guarantee. Join us on our performance forums at pwcextreme.com, and if you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube. You can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, ride fast, ride safe, and we'll see you on the water.